Captain's log, 0400 hours, 7 de mayo. My coordinates are inside my bedroom. Current mental state, inconclusive. Hope all is well. Hope you're living good. This is Let's Make Mistakes. I'm going to try to make something yap as I do it. I have no idea what I'm doing or talking about. Hope you can make something along with me. Do something you enjoy, because this is what I enjoy. Making something new, bringing an idea to life. You know what's been on my mind recently? You have no idea the effect you have on other people. I value everything I experience, what I create, what and who I surround myself with. When I'm overcome with those feelings of joy and thankfulness, something follows right behind it. The thought that anything that I do in this life is going to affect someone else. I am never going to have control over how I am perceived by others. And how you handle that lack of control says a lot about someone's character. And that kind of awareness can be jarring. It can be a lot to handle, and thinking about it spins me out. But I can't help it. I am constantly reflecting on my thoughts, my actions, the butterfly effects that I cause in other people's lives. That's a lot of times that's what's on my mind. And these thoughts are a daily occurrence too. Every single day I put on someone else's shoes. I think having perspective is important, because I know what I see when I look at how I act, my triggers, my emotions. I know how that plays out in my head. And I say that you have no idea the effect you have on people is because everyone has their own perspective. Everyone has their own interpretations of any interaction, any little moment, even a life-changing occurrence. Okay, let's take a breath. Jump right in the deep end on this episode. Kind of regretting it, but that's what is on my mind. I know introspective energy can be a lot to handle off rip. What do you guys want? Small talk? I'm trying to get right to business. You want to talk about the weather? Yeah, it's been raining a lot today. Thunderstorms. Oh, I bet the plants are loving this, huh? Dude, what? Dude, what are you doing if you're not locked in to metacognition? Please, bro, what are you even doing if you're not taking stock of everything there is to be thankful for? Bro, we're out here trying to be proud of the life that we're living, bro. Here we are learning to be better and to be a fantastic character in someone else's story. Bars. Oh, you want to hear some bars? I heard old boy on them damn reels the other day. He was talking about when you wake up, don't give your mind to the news before you've even met your soul for the day. Oh my god. Excuse me. Okay. Full stage 2 REM sleep. The last episode of your dreams ends, your eyes open, and before you realize what day it is, you've thought of something to be thankful for. That's righteous. To wake up and immediately feel gratefulness. Life is full of joy if you choose to see it that way. Hasn't been perfect. I've been falling off here and there. Just getting back into sad boy habits. I've been making mistakes and learning how to walk around with them. And sometimes those mistakes are so heavy, they drag behind me, and they have enough friction to slow me down, like a body bag full of shame. Bars. Dude, we're ripping. We're not parroting any information today. We're just going strictly off the dome. God knows if this makes sense. I told you I have no idea what I'm doing. But I hope someone somewhere is picking up what I'm putting down. I had an idea for this week. I wanted to discuss a little more about my inner thoughts. I do that every week, but I wanted to identify specific topics that I rely on, come back to, and just think about on a regular day, because you become what you think about. So I wanted to just say out loud some of my reoccurring thoughts, themes, what goes on in my brain, because that will be a pretty decent idea of what I attract. Top of the list, introspection. Metacognition. I had no idea what that meant a few weeks ago, but now that I've learned that it is essentially thinking about your thinking, it's a lot better to put a name to it rather than just believing that I'm going crazy. Think about making these videos. I think about the joy that it gives me to see another video go on the channel, see another piece of art be created, see my simple and dumb ideas become a physical placeholder for my inner thoughts. And I think that's really cool, and to see it play out in front of me is wild to think about. I think about the evolution of things, the natural order of change. I think about how relationships can grow and change. I think about how my body is changing every day. I think about how skills can be sharpened with consistency and intentional movement. I think about mi novia, mi todo, mi corazón. I think about her. I think about us. I think about the future that we will share together. I think about the work that I need to do. I think about projects that have not yet been finished. I think about my practices, my artistry, my interests. I think about spirituality, my beliefs. I think about where my peace comes from. I think about the reality that I continue to cultivate and build and grow. Everything that surrounds me. I think about my dogs. I think about the puppers. I think about the time that I spend with them. I think about the joy that we give each other on a daily basis. I think about nature, animals, birds, obviously. About to throw some watercolor on here. Possibly ruin this thing. Well, let's rip it, bro. If you've made it this far into this video, go get help. Seek medical assistance. Excuse me. What are we doing? Okay. I gotta stop doing this, because I'll start a video in like the middle of the night and then have to take a break due to exhaustion and then pick back up in the next day, which is where we are right now. So like, what were we talking about? Let's keep going down the list of what I think about. Because that's entertaining, right? This is entertaining. This is worth watching, right? Say it. Right? We're having fun, aren't we? I've been thinking about baseball and softball recently as a result of my niece starting her first season of softball not too long ago. You know, just get adjusted to a brand new sport, a brand new thing. I have no idea what I'm talking about in terms of the sport, but I've been playing catch with her, just showing her the little that I do know about catching, throwing, lateral quickness, agility, because that can translate to just about any sport. Trying to educate her in what I do know and trying not to confuse her with what I don't know. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm just trying to show up for the kid, bro. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, please stop. Please stop. So anytime my niece asks me to go play catch with her, toss a few slow pitches at her so she can hit them, I make the time for that. I think a lot about the sports. I initially started watching college softball, and then that kind of just naturally transitioned into college baseball. Because I was never a baseball guy, I was never a softball guy, so I just had a natural curiosity. Lo and behold, baseball is sick. Softball, rad as hell. I don't know why it took me 26 years to figure that out. But like, bro, I put baseball in the same category as I put golf. Like, it takes forever, a lot of downtime between excitement. I mean, what am I talking? I'm coming from a soccer background. That's the most grueling, one of the most grueling sports to watch live. That's why I've just been watching like college baseball highlights, college softball highlights. That gets hype, bruh. There's more excitement in college ball, in my opinion. Of course, you could watch the pros. Oh my god. Wet on dry. Hold on. Excuse me. And the magic of college sports is that you can watch just a student at some school show out enough, and that student can create a career and a future doing something that they love, and that is motivating to watch. That is motivating to see, to think about. And along with the college players, the college teams, there is also college sports fans, which is hilarious to think about. And the college baseball fans, they show no mercy from what I've seen. Player steps up, hits a bomb off the first pitch, and you see the outfielder trying to clock it, backing up to the wall. They look up, watch it sail over, and then just an onslaught of shit talk from from the outfield fans. Yeah, baseball's been getting me hyped, bro. Just because it's a newfound interest to me. It took too long to realize how sick the sport is. So I've just been thinking about that. I've been thinking about the crack of the bat, especially the crack of the bat on a no doubter, which is when the hitter swings, they make contact. They make such good contact that just by the sound, you know it's sailing away. That's pretty sick to me. I think it's sick when someone steps up to the plate, first pitch, they nuke it. I will say, when a player gets on base, like they hit a double and they hit a celly, that's kind of cringe to me. But hey, I don't know that hype. It's not my pig, not my farm. I don't know the feeling of hitting a double or a triple. Maybe I'd celebrate too. Save the celebrations for a homer, bro. When you celebrate hitting a double, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you haven't scored yet. Yeah, you made a play, you're running fast. You haven't put anything on the board, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna disintegrate this piece of paper from all this water. Really need to get watercolor specific paper. I'm just not a watercolor guy, but I want to be a watercolor guy, so you gotta do watercolor guy stuff. And I just need the correct supplies. I need me some 100% cotton paper. Oh yeah, I like seeing the umps get animated. Like, there's nothing like a good strike three call. When an umpire is making a scene for a strike three call, or like he's bumping chests with the coach, dude, that's hype. It's sick to see a pitcher having a really good game. Like when bro's on 12 strikeouts, he just starts acting different. Starts strutting around the mound. He's walking with a limp all of a sudden. Bro's feeling it. Bottom line, baseball's sick. I hate that it took me so long to figure out that it is in fact sick. But you know, you live and you learn. Can't wait to see how my niece does with her new venture. I'm happy to be around and be any sort of help with that. I think about how I can be there for others. I think about the law of attraction. Not the law itself, but more so how I can utilize the law of attraction to cultivate the garden that is in my mind. Bars, also chill out. What are we talking about? You cultivate your thoughts. You can choose your thoughts. You have power over your mind and what you choose to think about. And when you revisit or have a reoccurring thought or idea, it slowly finds you in reality if you tune into that frequency enough. And there's a lot better literature on the law of attraction, but just the little that I know about it, law of attraction is a very powerful thing. If you are in tune with yourself, in tune with your thoughts, what you daydream about, what you imagine, what you believe to be true, it can take you very far if you choose to invest your time in thinking into that perspective. I think about how art has the capacity to bring happiness in life. I'll say that again because that was word vomit. I think about how art has the capacity to bring people closer together, to connect us all, to bring life where it may be absent. Whenever I say bring life, I mean to bring fervor, to bring a spark, emotion. Art has the power to bring people closer. And I can say this with confidence because there have been many times where I have listened to a song, seen a piece of art, and it brings something out of me that I did not know was there. And if you think I'm talking just some hippy-dippy bullshit, go ahead, listen. Assignment for you. Listen to John from Cargo Cult music on YouTube. Just give it a listen. Come back and we can discuss. When you hear the harmonics, the overlapping vocals, just the pure joy that is emanating from anyone that is singing or making music in that video. Art is a beautiful thing, bro. I will say this every single video on repeat. Art is I want to give myself a wedgie, dunk my head in the toilet because I'm saying just cringe ass stuff. But just, it's crazy to think about that I can look at a painting that was created over 200, 300, 500 years ago. Someone living in a completely different reality than I do. I can understand. I can read between the lines. I can understand the perspective being portrayed. There is a magic inside of art, a universal language that is being translated through art. I'm gonna cry. Shut up, dude. Yeah, for real though. Listen to John from Cargo Cult. Look that up on YouTube, just real quick. Shadows all over the place. I don't really see any uniformity. Jesus Christ. There's like a green tint to it on the camera at this point. Not super stoked about that. Still trying to get my watercolor badge. Still have a lot of lessons to go. But we've been talking about what I think about, what is typically on my mind on a normal day. Everything I've listed I don't think about all in one day. It's just a collection of thoughts and feelings and ideas that repeatedly come to mind. Because, dude, I will say it until I am blue in the face. You become what you think about. You attract the frequency that you vibrate on. So it pays to cultivate your thoughts, cultivate your feelings, choose to nourish the good parts of yourself, connect with others so that everyone can grow and be better together. Kumbaya, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, dude. I always just end off on these videos and I have a feeling of incompleteness. Like I don't always get across what my mind is trying to tell me so I can say in front of strangers on the internet. Maybe this is dragging along, maybe this isn't entertaining, maybe nobody's ever gonna see this. But if you are watching this right now, if you are engaged, taking everything in as it is, I am thankful for you. I am happy for you. You deserve the good things in life, and I hope you can work hard enough to receive them, cherish them, and be happy with what is instead of what could be. I hope we all can be better people together, become better at what we like to do, and just enjoy the ride. It's okay to feel like you don't know what you're doing. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to understand every single thing in the moment. That is why I find importance in reflecting. I'm constantly reflecting. There's meaning to everything, and coincidence is seemingly unreal. Alright, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. This is what we got. I need to go to bed. Yeah, I'm not completely happy with it. It is a good lesson in value, what I've gathered from this session here. If you've made it this far, go seek medical attention. This wasn't entertaining at all, but if you are here, I am thankful for you, I am happy for you, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, be good and embrace your mistakes. Bye, love you.